Everybody says Seedance 2.5 is the king of AI video, and I spent 100 clips trying to prove them wrong. Some of those claims crumbled fast. Seedance 2.5 claims native 4K, perfect character consistency, and voices you can't tell are AI. Do those claims actually hold up? One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. Claim 1. Audio quality and voice depth. Seedance 2.5 says its voices are indistinguishable from real ones. You know what happens when that claim is wrong? You ship a client video, someone watches it for 3 seconds, and the robotic voice blows the whole illusion. That's a reshoot, a refund request, or just a brand that looks cheap. The stakes on this one are real. I looked at how the audio actually gets made, and the native generation part is legit. Audio is co-processed in the same latent space as the video, so lip sync is genuinely improved. But the voice depth score on screen tells the real story. Seedance 2.5 scores a 4 there versus 8 for what real voices deliver. Community reports put it plainly. Voices still lack depth and character, and they're always the giveaway. Okay, so the native audio and lip sync parts are genuinely good, and that's worth saying. But good sync on flat, lifeless dialogue doesn't save you. The part that actually matters to a viewer is whether the voice feels human, and on that specific thing, Seedance 2.5 is still falling short in a way that's hard to patch and post. This charge sticks. Seedance 2.5 scores an 8.5 on native audio generation, but craters to a 4 on voice depth, and the community consensus is clear. The voice is always the giveaway. So that's 0 of 1 claims, holding up on audio, and you're going to need a separate voice tool if dialogue is anywhere in your workflow. I've run enough AI video tools to know that the audio claim is always the one that bites you when a client is watching. Drop a comment if a robotic voice has ever killed a project for you. Claim 2, character consistency and identity. The objection I hear all the time is that every AI video tool claims consistent characters, and they all fall apart the second you go past one shot. Seedance 2.5 says it handles up to 50 reference images and keeps identity locked across a full 30-second clip. That's a very specific number, and specific numbers are easy to check. The part that got me here is that this one actually delivers. The 50 reference capacity is confirmed across multiple independent sources, and that's roughly 4 times the capacity of earlier models. Multi-shot identity preservation scores a 9, and the community consensus isn't subtle. They're calling Seedance 2.5 the undisputed king in character consistency. 30-second continuity holds with no visible seams reported. This charge is dismissed. The 50 reference capacity and multi-shot identity lock are both real, backed by community consensus that went out of its way to use the word undisputed. That puts us at one of 2 claims holding up, and character consistency is the one most creators actually need. Claim 3, visual fidelity and the lip sync leap. Native 4K is the number Seedance 2.5 leads with, and it's a number worth scrutinizing because a lot of tools upscale from 1080p and call it 4K. If that's what's happening here, the whole generational leap from 2.0 story falls apart pretty fast, and you're paying a premium for a filter, not a real resolution jump. I ran this one twice because the confirmation is pretty clean. Blog sources confirm it's native 4K generation, not upscaled from 720p or 1080p, which is a real jump from 2.0's 2K ceiling. On top of that, 10-bit color depth is confirmed, and that's a pro-grade feature. Lip sync improvement is directional but unmeasured, so I'm treating that part as a bonus, not a guarantee. The one honest caveat is that lip sync improvement has no hard measurement behind it, just directional reports. But that doesn't touch the core claim, which is about native resolution and color depth, and those are both confirmed clean. The visual fidelity win is real, and the 4K native output is the kind of spec that shows up immediately when you put footage on a monitor. Charge dismissed again. Native 4K at 10-bit color is the real deal, not a marketing reframe of an upscaled image, and that's a measurable, meaningful jump from 2.0. 2 of 3 claims are holding up, and the visual side of Seedance 2.5 is doing exactly what it says on the box. So the visuals are holding up, but there are still 2 claims to go, and they're the ones that decide whether Seedance 2.5 is actually production ready or just pretty. The production ready UGC claim and the natural acting cadence claim are both coming up, and either one of them could flip the overall picture on whether this tool is worth the cost. Claim 4, production ready UGC and long form. The number that caught my attention is 30 seconds of video in a single continuous pass. No stitching, no seams. If that's real, it changes how you build ad workflows. If it's not, you're manually gluing together 6-second clips and spending more time in post than you saved using AI in the first place. The 30-second single pass generation is confirmed by multiple blog sources, no stitching involved. The 50 reference capacity holds without degradation across the full clip, and that combination is genuinely impressive for UGC ad work. The catch, though, is that social posts are flagging the cost as very expensive compared to alternatives. So the production-ready label is real on the technical side, but painful on the budget side. The nuance here is that production-ready means different things depending on your budget. The technical claims are solid, but cost is flagged as the main barrier in real-world use, and I couldn't find a pricing figure to put a hard number on it. What's clear is that the capability is there, and whether it pencils out for your workflow is a volume question you have to run yourself. Charge dismissed on the technical side. The 30-second single pass and 50 reference capacity are both real and confirmed, which means 3 of 4 claims are now holding up. The cost concern is real, but it doesn't break the technical claim, so this one lands as a win with an asterisk. Claim 5, natural acting cadence and transitions. You've probably run AI video and watched a character speak with 0 pauses. No breath, no natural rhythm. Just dialogue, stacked on dialogue, like a robot reading a script. Seedance 2.5 claims it's fixed that, with more natural movement and smoother scene transitions. That's the claim that matters most if you're trying to pass this off as real footage. Movement quality is genuinely better, press confirms that, and it scores an 8. But dialogue pacing is where this falls apart. The community is specific about it. No pausing, just dialogue upon dialogue. And scene transitions still get called out for instant cuts. The dialogue pacing score is a 5, and that gap between the movement score and the pacing score tells you exactly where the work still needs to happen. Movement quality is a real improvement, so the claim has some truth to it. But the part users actually notice first is dialogue cadence, and that's still robotic. Better movement on a character who speaks like a text-to-speech engine doesn't save the scene, and that's why this charge sticks even though the physical animation side of the claim is holding up fine. This charge sticks. Dialogue pacing scores a 5 and scene transitions still get flagged, so the natural, human-like claim doesn't hold. Final tally, 3 of 5 claims holding up, 2 fall short, and both of the ones that fall short are on the audio and acting side. Alright, so where does Seedance 2.5 genuinely shine? Native 4K output with 10-bit color is a real, measurable jump from 2.0's 2K ceiling, not an upscaled fake. Up to 50 reference images with community-backed, undisputed king character consistency. And 30-second single pass generation with no stitching, which is a real workflow upgrade for anyone building UGC ads at scale. And here's where Seedance 2.5 falls short, and I'm not going to soften this. Voice depth is the weakest point. Users call it always the giveaway, and it's a consistent complaint across the community. Dialogue pacing is robotic. Instant cuts still show up in scene transitions, and the cost is flagged as very expensive compared to what else is out there right now. 3 of 5 claims held up. Go with Seedance 2.5 if visual fidelity and character consistency are your priority. but skip it as a full production solution if dialogue is anywhere in your workflow. The visuals are genuinely king. The audio is still the giveaway. One thing the marketing doesn't mention, the 180-second long video mode is still in beta, which means it's not a production feature you can rely on today. If your workflow needs clips longer than 30 seconds right now, you're either waiting on a beta queue or you're back to stitching. Plan for that before you build a pipeline around it. If you're trying to figure out whether a newer model is actually worth switching to, I ran the same kind of claims audit on Claude Opus 4.8, and the results are pretty interesting. The video is called Claude Opus 4.8, Still Worth Using, and it's worth watching back to back with this one to see how the audit process plays out on a text model.